G'day guys, this is what I'm talking about. Now I have gone on a deep dive and I have pulled out some really old papers. I mean, old? Probably not quite the right word for it. These are insanely old. Now, I've pulled out this, it's not gingham, it's yellow and it's a checkerboard. That's what it, okay, that's a big bold checkerboard, but the one on the background, it's a very fine yellow checkerboard. I'm using yellow because one, I love it, but two, it matches with Jen's uniform. Now, these photos are from when my daughter got it was a badge presentation thing. They used to do it in primary school at the end of every year. If you, I don't know, I think it was good behaviour for every semester or something. Sorry, I'm still coughing, guys. I apologise. I need to get these voiceovers done. And then I can give my voice another rest for another week. And then hopefully by the time I have to do the next lot of voiceovers, my voice is not like this anymore. Now, this piece here, this gold piece in the centre, you probably noticed that it's just a leftover from the last video. Sometimes when something just looks cute and you think, I might just use it, and why not use it on the next layout? That's fine. I was using up this yellow, this big, thick, chunky yellow. That is a Creative Memories yellow checkerboard. I think it came in like the yellow pack years ago. And it's been hanging around forever, guys. I have got so many old papers that I'm going to be revisiting and using them up. Before I go and spend money on more papers, well, don't get me wrong, I'll still buy the new stuff too. But I want to make sure that I'm using the older stuff so you guys can see that it doesn't have to be a complicated layout. It doesn't necessarily have to have all the mixed media and all the shiny stuff. Although this has got a really good shiny bit in the middle. So it was, yeah, I really liked how this worked out. And let me see. I actually think, yeah, that's right. That's what I did. I changed this one out because I was going to do the same strips, but I wanted it to be a wide strip so it looked like it had just been broken in half. Does that make sense? So see how they now go together, whereas that one before just didn't. Now you're going to think I'm a little quirky here because I'm going to bring in blue. If you can have a look at my daughter's uniform, this school had the strangest color of uniforms. They had gold, teal, and they called it royal blue. And it's just an odd color choice. I mean, it's better than it used to be. It used to be brown. But these colors kind of, for me, made me sort of go, well, maybe I could use that yellow. Maybe I could pull that in. And I thought, well, if I pull down my Distress Oxide in Blueprint Sketch, they call it royal blue on the uniform, but it's actually the same color as Blueprint Sketch, believe it or not. So I'm using the blue and I'm just running it down the edges. I'm still reluctant at this point that the blue is the right choice, but at the end, I'm actually okay with it. So I'm cool with it. I don't really have a problem. So I am just keeping this one super duper simple. So what else can I tell you? This week I'm going to be using some next week. I'm going to be using some cut files and doing some different things. Hopefully by the time this video goes up, I'm hoping I have my new die cut machine, which when I get it, I will do an unboxing or something for you once I have a bit of a play with it, because it's different to the one that I've had, which has been my Spellbinders Platinum 6, which I absolutely love. only reason I can't use it is because we broke the handle. When I say we, my husband dropped it. So he feels really bad. So I bought myself another one. It's not the same brand, but it will work nicely, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Cross your fingers, toes, and everything for me. Okay, so I went around the outside edge, then remembered I didn't trim it off, so it's okay. I was having a bit of a slow start to the day when I was doing this one. So I just went around at those two edges again. I'm only using my little finger dobber because I don't want a lot of blue on here, just a very fine line. So I do like those 5-inch scissors, I've got to tell you. I now have all 3 of the Tim Holtz scissors, and I have to tell you, if you're in the hunt for some really good scissors, I sing their praises because of my hands, and I tell you what, I use these scissors every day, and they are magic. They are super sharp. I absolutely love them. These big long ones, they get a nice straight line every time. Saves you pulling out your personal trimmer or your personal trimmer, that's all right. Your small trimmer, your guillotine trimmer. Creative Memories call it a personal trimmer. That's why I call it a personal trimmer, because mine's a CM one. Yeah. So I'm nearly finished doing that bit. Once this all comes together, it just goes bang, 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 done. And it just totally works. But I love this bit of vellum. Now, I'm using art glitter glue. I'm not squeezing that at all. So when I put it down under the vellum, you cannot see it at all. With the art glitter glue, if you hold it upright and you don't squeeze it, just a tiny little dot, like a little tiny dot runs out of it, it's perfect for gluing down your vellum. You can't see it through it. It's really, really, it's a good trick. So obviously under the other stuff, I give it a bit of a squeeze, but see how I'm just dabbing it, not actually squeezing it there. I'm just touching it to the cardstock, and it totally sticks it down, but you can't see where it's stuck down. It's so good. Now, I did have someone the other day. I was on another... What was I on? I think it was Crazy Craft Obsession. It was on their Facebook group, and I just happened to notice that someone made a comment about the art glitter glue and getting it blocked in the little pin, like where the fine tip is. Something I wanted to let you know. With your art glitter glue, I live in Queensland, okay, where it's really hot, and I struggle sometimes in winter. I struggle with it, or if I've got my air conditioning turned up too cold, down too far that it's cold. I find that my glue seems to dry in the tip. If you lay the bottle on its side, that way it's not running back out of the bottle, but it's not touching anything, so it's not running out the other end. It doesn't get stuck. That's just my little tip that I have come up with myself, that if you just lay it down on its side, instead of standing it back up on its feet, trust me, that's what works for me. So if you're having that problem, give that a go and see if that's something that maybe will help you out. Now, I am using the PINKFRESH Studio Keep It Real Alphas. These things are my nemesis. They have adhesive on them, but the adhesive stays on the carrier sheet and I get the letter. It is so frustrating, but I don't care. I will simply peel them off and I will glue them onto my scrapbook layout. Doesn't faze me. Don't ever stress about it if something like that happens, especially if you've had thickers or something like that and they've been in your little collection gathering dust. Sometimes this can happen, and don't worry about it. Just pull them off and then just glue them down. and you will be none the wiser. So this is my title. You can see some of them there, they just weren't going to hold on. So they had a little bit of sticky on them, but not much. So now I do go around the edges of this blue just to add that blue, just for consistency across the whole thing. And I chose these letters being this colour purely because that's the colour of her uniform. So it all came together. This is one of those school kid layouts that, you know, we do for our kids for their school album, and it doesn't really leave a lot of room for creative license, so to speak. It's just kind of, you got to sort of pick your kids' colours or something like that. So it works for me. Now I'm going to very quickly let you know that I'm trying not to cough. If you're wondering why my voice is going funny. Okay, I think I've got it. I'm just going to sprinkle on some sequins, glue that down, and then that will be it. So I'm going to let you know that in the description below, there will be a list of everything that I've used where possible. If I can able to list it or link it to anything, I will. I also have my Facebook and my Instagram links in the description below. If you jump over to the Facebook group, you are able to communicate with me in real time. And, you know, sometimes we're scrapping and we just get stuck and we just want some help. Or, you know, it's gone are the days that we have to scrapbook in our room on our own. You know, sometimes it's really fun. We can go to a crop, but sometimes we can't get to a crop. So sometimes we're scrapbooking by ourselves, and, you know, it's nice to sort of reach out and know someone else is scrapping as well. So you can do that via Facebook. Instagram, I just post photos over there for you to have a look at. You can also comment back to me. That's not a problem. And don't mind me. Gizmo's in here making all sorts of weird noises. That's my daughter's dog. Giz, what are you doing, mate? Seriously. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, I think you can hear my husband's out putting dinner on, and I already cooked it last night and he's just reheating it. So he can smell the beef and red wine and the potato bake and, you know, the vegetables getting cooked. So there you go. So the other thing I have in my description below is my Buy Me a Coffee link. If you would like to buy, you don't have to, but if you would like to contribute to the channel to help purchase more product, so I'm able to bring you more layouts and more ideas and get the creative juices going in a sort of, you know, Aussie chitty chatty way. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's good stuff. This year, remember, I'll be focusing on the old and the new. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will be back with you tomorrow with another video. Thanks so much for that. Bye for now.